Breaking news. Trump's joke about leaving the United States to live in a gold-covered suite with Vladimir Putin raise eyebrows. Donald Trump's joking comment about moving to Russia and sharing a gold dome suite with Vladimir Putin caused a stir online. On Monday, after his bond was set at $200,000 following his indictment for allegedly plotting to overturn his 2020 election loss in Georgia, the former president posted the remark on his Truth Social platform. Trump has said he will turn himself in on Thursday in Fulton County, but his post made it seem like he was also considering leaving the country. Yes, Trump was probably joking. Since Trump is prohibited from intimidating co-defendants, witnesses, or victims in the case, including through posts on social media or reposts of posts made by another individual on social media, he may have been trying to provoke the court to see how far he can get away with in setting bond. Nonetheless, many Twitter users, X, found Trump's comment about leaving the United States to hang out with Putin odd. A review of a production of a banned Russian dissident play that opened in Israel. A murderer approaches frightened parents with an offer. Kill their child in exchange for a healthy heart for their daughter. Despite the doctor's orders, a young soldier begs to be returned to his platoon. A woman has had enough of her partner's constant teasing, so she starts an affair on the shores of the lake. In this adaptation of Mikhail Dernenkov's play, the actors speak Russian, Hebrew, Arabic, and Ukrainian during emotionally charged scenes. "We should learn from you," Noor Moghrabi says to him in Arabic. "You talk about the Jewish nation, so no individual is actually responsible." A question. "What are you saying? That we should harm another little girl just so that ours?" Yuri Kazantsev asks in Russian. In a Hebrew monologue, Yishay Ben Moshe tells Lena Freyfield, who plays his Ukrainian partner, that, in our country, he says, we say coffee, not kawa, ko-ffee. The play's depiction of Russian aggression during the 2014 invasion of Crimea was eerily prescient. "I always take what's mine," one brutal character tells the terrified middle-class tourists at the lake. Since it was uncertain whether or not he would be allowed back in Russia if he traveled abroad, Dernenkov, who had sought asylum in Finland, was unable to personally attend the Israeli premiere of his play in June. Nonetheless, he participated in a post-performance online discussion about the work with director Ariel Nissan-Wolf and theater director and activist Einat Weizmann. "For a creator, there is no pleasure in being called prophetic," Dernenkov told the crowd. "It's ideal that people pay attention to you while there's still time for them to do so. Theater artists like Dernenkov are being driven out of Russia by the current regime." A large Z was daubed on Marina Davidova's Moscow apartment in March, prompting the historian and critic to flee the city. The letter has since become a popular meme that backs Russia's armed forces and their conflict with Ukraine. It's also used to identify the residences of those who have taken a stand against the war. Chulpan Kamatova, an actress, has been granted asylum in Latvia due to her outspoken opposition to the ongoing war in her home country. Both Eugenia Berkovich, the film's director, and Svetlana Petrichuk, the play's author, were detained for their roles in creating Finist, the Brave Falcon. The Russian government condemns the play as pro-terror theater, because it depicts Russian women who fell in love with radical Muslim militants in Syria online and traveled to Syria to join ISIS. To see the very age and body of the time his form and pressure, as Shakespeare put it in Hamlet, is a privilege enjoyed by those who live in a society where such liberties are still possible. They could take a trip to the lake as a group, where they could share each other's suffering and gain insight.